Welcome back to more Terraria in the world of Colbaria. And since the last time, I've added some more houses. We found the angler last time, and so I went ahead, fought the Eye of Cthulhu again in order to make the Fisher of Souls, and have done some fishing quests. And along the way, I found this guy, a rockfish, which actually is even better as a melee weapon than the Lightsbane. So I put the Lightsbane away in a chest, and I'm using the rockfish as my kind of main weapon right now. And there's an earthworm out in the rain, so there's an opportunity to catch some more bait. But I've already done a fishing quest for today, and so I think the next thing I want to do, let's take an overview of the map. We went to the left, and we found this crazy corruption area that I look forward to filling out more of the map above ground, because it looks like it's going to be really cool. We went all the way to the right, and there was this kind of crimson volcano right before the ocean where we found the angler. There's a huge jungle over here. But it's still the case that we have a lot further down to go, and I've been doing some fishing down here underground, but I want to continue digging all the way down to the underworld. And so I think that's going to be the first thing that I do today, and I'll bring you guys along if anything interesting happens. Alright, I've gotten down pretty deep, and here is a gold chest. So let's see what kind of goodies we might have in store for today. A flare gun, that's something new. Gravitation potions, that was actually one of the things that I was, in the back of my mind, I was kind of hoping to find one, but I thought it was an unlikely thing to get. And so I wasn't kind of mentioning it out loud. Hey, wow, oh, a blood moon. That would be an opportunity to get some, Deathweed seeds is the word that I was looking for. A bunch of silver ore here. You know what? I don't really need the silver. The gold I wouldn't mind grabbing. But let's go upstairs and see if we can get my hands on some deathweed seeds, because that's something I don't yet have for the farm. And then after the blood moon, then maybe we will try to go use the gravitation potions in order to try to find some floating islands, because I would love to get an obsidian horseshoe as well. Alright, so let's do a quick zoom back here. I've been continuing to reorganize the inventory. You know what, I have enough inventory space right now. Let's not worry about it too much. And let's just try to get over to the corruption and try to get some deathweed while it will be available. Okay, so made it to the corruption. Was the deathweed growing underground? I'm trying to remember where I encountered deathweed before, actually, in this area. Let's imagine we'll find some underground, because I know it can grow... I think it can grow anywhere on Evanstone. Because above we had the desert, and I don't think it's going to grow anywhere on the desert surface. So we'll try down here first. And if we don't find it down here, we'll go back up to the surface, but we definitely have to hurry, because we've only got like 3 or 4 minutes left in this night during the blood moon to try to find it and harvest some of the seeds. And let's be very careful over here, because it's not too well lit. Hello. Alright. If I were deathweed, where would I be? Alright, so the bad news is I don't see any deathweed underground. The other bad news is we're going to run out of time to get back up to the surface, potentially. I might be able to, like, dig my way back up through one of these caverns, or manage to get over somewhere if I'm clever. Oh dear. Oh boy. Of course, if I keep taking fall damage like this, it's not going to matter. I guess I'm going to die. Is there any other place down here that I might find deathweed? Not that I can think of it. I bet you it only grows on the surface. I bet you have to be, like, above a certain height in order to find deathweed. So I'm going to try to get back up to the surface and just see what I can manage to do. No such luck with the deathweed. I ran out of time. I was kind of stuck underground and couldn't get back up soon enough. And so I suppose the next thing that we will try to do is try using a gravitation potion to see if we can find some floating islands. And... once again, I'm still worried about fall damage, but I don't know if there's anything I can do about it. So let's try one of these crazy guys. And woo! Just be ready to hit the button to switch directions. Oh boy, at the slightest notice, there we go. Okay. I've managed to land upside down on the island. Okay, great. So I can go over here and then go this way. There we go, great. All right, floating island number 1. What do we got? Put a torch in here. We'll have extra housing for NPCs. Yes! Lucky horseshoe. Oh, thank goodness. That is the thing I wanted the most. Now we don't have to worry about fall damage. And, okay, so let's continue exploring to the left. Did I get the other stuff that was out of this chest? Yes, I did. I don't really care about the furniture or any of that stuff. And now that we have the horseshoe, now I can just keep moving to the left. And I don't have to worry about fall damage if I were to bounce into another sky island. And so we'll just try to kind of paint out as much of the sky as we can with the gravitation potion. Alright, that's going to help so much. I die so much to fall damage in this game. And so not having to worry about that. That's also going to make it easier to finish up my kind of elevator tunnel down to the underworld that I've been digging. For the moment, it still has water at the bottom. But at some point, all that water is going to empty out into the underworld. And then having the horseshoe is going to help tremendously. Okay, here's another island. Great. So let's see what kind of little bonuses we can get over here. Oh, wow! It's a custom island. Made by the map maker. It's got like a piano and sky crafting stuff. And... whoa! I don't even know what this... You can like change your clothes and body stuff or something? Is there like some crazy thing that you can craft for that? And is there anything in here? A lucky horseshoe. Alright, well I'll take all that stuff. It's good to have a second horseshoe. Ammo reservation potion. Fascinating. Neat. That is pretty cool. And once again, I'll leave a torch in here. Because you can never have enough NPC housing. And it would be good to try to fight some harpies. I'm not sure actually if I can stay alive against these guys. I guess we're about to find out, aren't we? Let's heal. I think I should be able with the rockfish to kill off a few of these guys and get some harpy feathers, which will be useful later to have. But while I still have, I've only got 16 seconds of this potion going, let's go ahead and use it as much as possible. Fly up into the sky. Fly back down, 6 seconds, so we'll go ahead and turn it on right now. And go as high up into the sky as I can and see if we can find one more island as this thing runs out. If we're lucky, and I'm just double checking that I do have the horseshoe equipped, so we don't need to worry about fall damage. And I wonder where I'm going to land on the map. I see, on the side of this crazy spot that had the minecarts and things. I guess the minecarts were over here, so almost before the corruption. Okay, but we found 2 sky islands, and most importantly, we got the horseshoe, which means I can do things like a whee and not have to worry about fall damage. So that's a big deal. So I'm extremely pleased about that. Let's see, what do I want to do next? Let's do a fishing quest together while I do some other things. We have to fish in the forest in order to find the dynamite fish, and that's a very easy one to do. Gonna go ahead and sell these recall potions since I don't need them, and put some other potions away, but basically the way that I like to do fishing quests, let's go ahead and do a quick stack and we'll save the other gravitation potion, maybe we'll go look for some more floating islands later. The way I like to do the fishing quests, oops, is to take a fishing potion, like so, and sure, I'll even, I don't know that I'll need the better bait. And is there anything else that I need? I don't think so. The piggy bank is the other thing, and actually, yeah, we can just set the piggy bank out here, that's fine. But you can stock up on quest fishes. So if you haven't seen fishing in Terraria before, you can go fishing in a lot of different environments, and you'll get some normal fish, like that salmon that we just got. But then occasionally you'll also get quest fish, and you'll see what they're like in a moment. And each day, each Terraria day, wooden crate, perhaps we'll have to open one of those up to show what the wooden crates are like. Each day in Terraria, the angler, that NPC, will give you a new fishing quest, and so there'll be one special fish that you'll be able to fish during that day in a particular location in the world. In this case, he said to go to the forest, which is the biome that we're in right over here. And the quest fishes are kind of interesting items because they don't stack. You can only have one of them in your inventory at a time. I'm going to try to catch this. He got away. That butterfly is some good bait. You can only have one quest fish in your inventory at a time. And there it is, the dynamite fish. It shows up in gold. And if you do have one in your inventory, you can't catch any other quest fish. And so what I do is I set out the piggy bank. Each time I catch a quest fish, and I store it in the piggy bank so that I can continue to try to fish for that same quest fish. And you can store them, you know, in the piggy bank or in a chest or whatever. This guy is not getting away this time. Maybe? Ah, darn it. Help! I'm trapped down here. There we go. I wanted to catch that butterfly, but I wasn't quick enough. You can store quest fishes in a chest or in a piggy bank, and then the next time you have that quest, if you already have the quest fish on hand, you can just cash it in immediately to the angler, and he gives you different gifts as you catch the quest fish. Alright, I'm gonna get this guy this time. Haha, monarch butterfly. And so you can see that it's a type of bait. Earthworms are also bait. They come out a lot when it rains in Terraria. And so I've caught a whole lot of earthworms during the last 2 rainstorms, and I'm using them as my main bait source. And then the fishing potion increases your fishing level, which just makes it more likely that you're going to catch fish. And there's also things with likelihood in terms of like the size of the body of water that you're fishing in, and how much kind of like direct airspace is going down into it. There's a lot of things that factor into fishing. But in any case, I'm going to sit around here until I catch 6 dynamite fish, 5 to store away for future fishing quests, and 1 to cash in right now. And I'll see you guys when I'm done with that. Alright, there we go. Caught another dynamite fish. Got 5 stored away, plus the 1 that's in my inventory. And so let's go back and pay the angler a visit and show him that we finished the quest. And he gives us apprentice bait, silver coins. He gives us some little tokens of his appreciation. And next time there's another fishing quest, I will grab some of these things again. And we'll do it all again. Oh, and I forgot, I was going to show off. Sometimes you catch a crate, and you can right-click to open. And they just contain little goodies, such as silver bars, different ores, and different types of things. And I am basically, you can hold on to the crates until hard mode, and then open the crates then, and they'll contain the hard mode ores, is my understanding. So I'm going to hold on to those items until hard mode comes around, and so we'll store up a bunch of crates, and then we'll have a good chance to get a whole bunch of good stuff right at the beginning of hard mode. Alright, digging down further, it appears that I found a spider cave. These can be a little bit tough and challenging to take on, although I've got pretty good gear at this point. It's also going to be flooded with water right now. I wonder if I can possibly dig this a little bit further down and get this to open up into another cave so the water runs out. So I'm going to do a little bit more digging here, but then we'll go visit that spider cave. Okay, I've managed to get the water flowing down and out. Now it's also going to flow into this spider area. And got some decent healing potions on me. I can't remember just how difficult these spider guys are, and so I guess we're about to find out. Here goes nothing. Oh, there's a web chest here. Nice, with some good things. I am happy to have all of those things. We also got a web slinger, which is a different type of grappling hook that allows you to have multiple control points, which is kind of cool. It doesn't stretch that far, but I think I will use it for right now since I just have the normal grappling hook, which is honestly not that great. I look forward to getting the Ivy Whip when we go back to the jungle and do some of the heavy lifting that's needed over there. But these wall creepers, these spiders, can be pretty fearsome. Let's see. Oh boy. Yep. Heal. Alright. Let's see if we discover anything else in this particular spider nest, other than a bunch of cobwebs, which are pretty valuable because you can craft them into silk, and silk sells for a fair amount of money and is also used in a crafting ingredient and a number of good things, actually. And so we might want it for that as well. But let's see what we have in the way of the spider's nest. Here's another one of these crazy rocks. that looks like a dead body or something? I don't know. This game has a bunch of weird rocks that simply... I call them rocks because they behave exactly like some of the other rocks that you find, which simply disappear when you hit them with a pickaxe. And let's see. Looks like 1 emerald. That's a very sad lone emerald. Alright, but the spider cave actually, for a large world, wasn't all that big. Unless it continues more up here. It looks like it continues more up here. Aha. Well, let's get as many cobwebs as we can at once. Yeah, maybe it's still not all that big, though. Alright, I'm gonna continue digging my path down to the underworld, then. Here's a big pocket of emeralds, and so I think I'll be able to use this to make myself an emerald hook, which I'm pretty sure is a better grappling hook in terms of reach than either the grappling hooks I currently have. And a nice pocket of gold, doesn't suck either. Alright, emerald hook is crafted out of 15 emeralds. Let's also get some more mana. Oh, I'm at maximum mana. Alright, well, good job, Brian. I didn't realize that. Let's go ahead and double check. Let's test the various grappling hooks. So, if I've already put the web swinger away, because I know it doesn't go very far. So this one basically reaches to... yeah. Basically from right here, I can't quite reach. And the emerald hook definitely can reach. And in fact, I think it reaches even farther than that. Yeah, it's got a really long reach. I can reach it all the way from somewhere in the fire over here. Alright, so that's an improved grappling hook. And so I will get rid of my other grappling hook as well. So that's a nice little upgrade. I've got a new fishing quest for today to catch harpy fish. And something I've never tried is a Sonar Potion, which detects hooked fish. And so I think it tells you what you're going to catch before you catch it. I see. So it tells you that that was a bass. And as a result, I guess you can just... Iron crate. That's worth getting, actually. But I missed. So I guess you can just choose to click on the thing. Salmon, I've got plenty of salmon, so I don't care about that. Bass, I've got plenty of bass. I don't care about that. So you can just click on the good things, and as a result, not kind of waste your fishing bait. And so that's actually pretty cool. I've never used one of these before. It lasts 4 minutes, I guess. The Sonar Potion. A wooden crate is probably worth getting. So I'll fish that up. Harpy fish, yeah! Alright. Thanks to the utility of the Sonar Potion, managed to catch... ooh, Compass Rose. I believe that is decoration. And so let's go ahead and place that in a house over here. Can I place it here? Can I place it here? There we go. I managed to catch a bunch of extra harpy fish for future fishing quests without using up all of my bait. And so we're in good shape for future fishing quests. Let's go ahead and move these extra quest fishes into my reserve chest. And then stack away my other fishing gear, and we'll move on to something else. Hey, a warding band of regeneration in a gold chest. That is super terrific. I will replace whatever band of regeneration I currently have on, which is merely brisk. So that increases my defense to 28 defense, and I've just brought some water for the first time down to the lava layer, which means I'll be able to finally start getting some obsidian. Assuming I manage to stay alive that long, and assuming the water manages to flow down. We have a lot of water updates happening right now, and so the game gets a little bit laggy with water updates. And so you can see this water is moving very slowly, but eventually it's going to get down to some of this lava, and we'll be able to mine up some obsidian and help make me some future protective accessories that'll help against fire blocks like the meteorite. Obsidian ho! Alright, and having mined up a bunch of obsidian, 155 to be exact, I can go ahead and make an obsidian skull. And let's see, we had the guarding lucky horseshoe. And we have the Lucky Horseshoe. I think I'll combine it with the Lucky Horseshoe. And hold on to the guarding one in case I need extra defense at some point. I can't combine them until I have a Tinkerer's Workshop, and I can't get the Tinkerer's Workshop until we have the Goblin Tinkerer, and I can't get the Goblin Tinkerer until we have a Goblin Invasion, and I can't get a Goblin Invasion until I get up to 200 hit points. So I need to go find some more life crystals, is basically what I just learned. Alright, well, it's better to find that out now than later. So I'm going to do some exploring underground and see if I can find another life crystal.